boat is so smooth. You can't even believe the way it just cuts through the water. It's absolutely amazing. Right now we're doing 35 knots like it's nothing.
Good afternoon, this is Ben Masonheimer with Silver Seas Yachts. Today I'm on a brand new listing that's so special. I've brought in the captain who took care of it since, what year?
1994.
1994. So we're here in Newport aboard a really cool 1990 Tempest 60 Offshore. Imagine taking a cigarette type boat, exploding it out to 60 feet with a 15-foot beam.
15.7.
15.7 beam.
Yeah.
Then stir in 2,700 horsepower. And yeah, you've got an amazing recipe for a really good time. Also, it's a one-owner boat, so the inside of it is perfect, period correct, straight out of a disco or an episode of Miami Vice. So Danny, well, let me introduce Danny. This is Danny Clark, and he's been with this boat and involved with the Tempest brand while they were open, as well as your father was involved in this?
Yes. Friends of my father actually sold this boat to the original owner. They were the reps on the West Coast for Tempest Marine. The thing that made this boat special at the time was the diesel power.
Diesel power in a big go fast.
Yes. At the time this boat was manufactured in the early 90s, it was the fastest production diesel-powered vessel that existed.
Well, let's go ahead and show them the vessel. So, Danny, what can you tell us about the Tempest? What do we need to know?
Okay, well, this boat, obviously fiberglass hull, deep V, which helps you cut through the water. The drive system is surface piercing. It's known as a T-torque drive system. It's a solid stainless structure in the back with a rudder box, hydraulics, and then you've got the rudder post running through the box itself. With these particular props, the cruising speed, you're going to get about 42 knots. That's at about 2,100 RPM. And the top end speed is closer to about 46 to 48, depending on how well those props are tuned. So I would just say top end 48 knots with the propellers tuned.
Overall, the condition of the outside of the boat, the stripes here are very good. Stripes up top on the side are very good. We have a bit of fading here. And then because of the original gel coat, all around the boat we have this checking. It's not really visible until you get within 3 or 4 feet of it. As far as damage to the hull, there's one chip on the swim platform. Other than that, it looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and climb on up in it and kind of show them the good stuff. What do you say?
All right, sounds good.
Looking forward, we have great walkways, and you have a massive bow. If you wanted to do a sun pad, you'd have plenty of room for it here. You also have a windlass anchor with foot controls forward.
Oh, this boat, to me, always seemed like an oversized cigarette, which is kind of ironic because they were built right next to each other. The thing that the original owner always loved about the boat most was the cockpit layout.
Yeah, because usually on a cigarette type boat, you just have a engine box here, where here we have a table.
Yes.
So very nice table that folds up, and then this is a layout cushion. So this whole thing will go down, and you can lay out, and that's going to be if you're in this way using the bolster for a backrest. 5-6 people here. We have the seat across the way. All this upholstery is new, but I see you already have the engine room open. What can you tell us about that?
Well, let's take a look.
Okay.
Okay, so what we have here are two 3412D Caterpillar engines. Each one has a horsepower of 1350, giving the boat 2,700 horsepower in total. These are ZF transmissions, 1-to-1 ratio on those. The shafts are 2.5-inch shafts. And if I pan over here, this is an original Westerbeek generator, Mitsubishi, of course. And then up along the side here, you can see the fuel tank, holding tank, and over here, trim tabs, and these are new battery charging systems. That's a 12 volt. This boat runs mainly on a 24 volt system. These are the 24 volts. These are the engine indicators, obviously, and the electronic ones are up by the helm. These are the mechanical.
And how many, I don't know if you mentioned it, but how many horsepower do we have here?
2,700 horsepower in total.
Very cool. So 42 knot cruise. Do you have any idea how much fuel that it's burning at that 42 knots?
Yes, I do. The cruising speed, we burn about 100. And top end, when we're doing 48 knots, we're burning 130 an hour.
Very cool. Well, thank you for showing us through the engine room. Access to your swim platform is via this area here. We have a little door that closes off in front, another one on the top, and then you have one on the back. To get down to the swim platform, you have a stainless steel ladder that folds out, and then you have nice handrails. This is also where your shore power is. Next to that, we have a massive area. This would have been a cruise quarters if optioned that way. You can see there's a sink. It would be very easy to make this a cruise quarters as it has all the plumbing and whatnot, but for now it's mainly a storage area. You can see the boat has tons of boat covers and they're all right there. So now I'm moving forward onto what we'd call our bridge deck. Again, all the upholstery looks beautiful. We have a nice wet bar area. Love the way they did these latches. We have a refrigerator just here. Garbage under this one. You have your bottle storage here. This looks like that would have been for ice, Danny?
Sunscreen, whatever you want.
Sunscreen, ice.
iPhones.
Okay. Sink. That would have been a brick phone in this day.
Yeah. Well, we had
All
one.
right.
We had a brick.
You did. Is there anything under here? Or is that just a seating area?
This is the access here for that. Life jackets, what have you down in there.
But underneath that, you can't access it from the top.
No, well, you can access it from here.
Okay, so storage here.
Yeah, there's storage
and
there.
then here as
That's
well?
storage there. This is
Okay.
just basically a drain. There's nothing stored there.
Okay.
But you have storage here, and storage here by the helm.
Also, I love this arch, how it has the handrail built into it. All of this canvas is fairly new. All the bows look to be in good condition. All the hardware is brand new. And just shows really a lot of pride of ownership. Now we're at our helm seat. Danny's going to jump back in here and tell us about this, but one thing to note is that this is wide enough for probably 4 normal-sized people if they wanted to sit next to each other. What are the vents down below?
This is my personal addition to the boat.
Oh, yeah?
Basically, they're radiators. We take antifreeze off the engines, and it blows through those radiators, and you warm up your legs. It's like a heater.
Excellent.
That the boat didn't come with.
Tell us about the helm.
This is all original. I tried to keep it all original here, minus the throttles. These are electronic. Before they were also co-belts, push-pull. Trim tabs. This is a very old system that we don't use anymore for, anchoring in terms of where you are.
Chain counter, yeah.
This is a new addition to the boat that I haven't used yet. It's a bow thruster. The bow thruster I always wanted. Now it's here. VHF ICOM handheld. So obviously we've got some Ray Marine hybrid plotters here. The thing I like about these obviously is you've got the buttons too. So if something goes wrong with the touching, you've got the buttons. VHF ICOM, autopilot head. It's not hooked up to anything right now, but it can be hooked up. And your Fusion stereo system. Up here we've got the new in 1996 Caterpillar displays. And then this is all VDO here. That's all original. And I actually had the designer make me up a new placard for all of this.
Excellent. Well, thank you for taking us through that. All right, heading downstairs. We have a stainless steel companionway, and we step down into the time capsule. So look at that. What a thing of beauty. 1990 in all its glory. So Danny, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about this salon that we're in.
This is basically the impact part of the boat here. This is where the boat takes most of its force. And one of the things I really like about the Salon is the ultra suede. It's all ultra suede throughout the boat, and all of it except for the forward cabin is original. This material pretty much never goes bad. Sometimes the foam behind it can go bad, but the material itself is bulletproof.
Cool. And our panel
Over here we've got our electrical panel generator, obviously, It's primarily a 24-volt system right here. You've got a little bit of 12-volt here, battery banks, and then you've got your 110 and 220
Perfect.
right there.
And then storage up above, it looks like.
Yeah. This is
TV.
actually kind of interesting. This is the 44-foot boat that the Tempest made for the Coast Guard.
Excellent.
Drawers here, pretty self-explanatory. Television
TV that
set.
slides out. And now, is there some lights I'm missing that should be on in the end of this?
Yes, let me see if I can fire those
See
up.
how it's lit up here? Look at this seating area. I mean, this is absolutely massive. You could definitely have a whole party on here. You have shelves behind with windows that do not open, but there is natural light coming through. Air conditioner here, nice serving or storage area. Mirrors everywhere. And this is just, I hope it picks it up on camera, but this is an absolutely massive area. Full-size Whirlpool refrigerator. And that can't be original, is it?
No,
No, okay, that's been replaced.
that has been replaced.
Convection oven, microwave. Generous countertops here. And
This
very
is original.
cool fittings.
These were reshot at one time with clear coat. But
Carpet
yeah.
looks good.
Yeah.
And again, you're to be commended on how nice this has been kept for original.
Yeah, this ultra suede is just amazing. And then up here in the forward cabin, this was all redone. All of this ultra suede up here was redone. We just matched it to what it was originally there.
Okay, is there any story behind the pink color in this room?
Miami Vice. It was all pastel colors at the time.
Even the head, we have a vacuum flush head. The shower is integrated into the head. You have a door en suite here.
The secret door.
The secret door. Storage below. And just look at all the colors, and just such a cool boat, especially for the price and the fact that it is so fast. Look at that Pioneer tape deck. And then we have air conditioning. We have lighting. The bed feels pretty soft, really nice. Makeup cabinet here.
Closet space in here.
Wow, that's a big one. Definitely cedar lined with shelves. Very cool. And all pink. I love it. So let's move aft to the room that really just tickles my fancy a little bit, just because it's something I don't see every day. So here's our master stateroom. I think that it's time we turn on the Starlight headboard, which actually has its own cooling fan. And as you can see, there's a mirror over the bed. Was that on all the boats, or was that specific to this boat?
No, they made that, as far as I know, they made that for all of them.
So this is a full-size queen berth. One of the drawers is missing, but I found it here in this closet. I think they're repairing.
Another cedar lined closet.
And then if we...
This is your area for entertainment system. So all of this stuff obviously is of the period. This is a VHS machine.
Yes, it
so
is.
all of this would want to be replaced.
But it does have satellite, it
But,
looks like.
It did it at one time. It wouldn't work anymore, I can promise you that. Plenty of drawers right there. And there's also some storage under the bed.
Okay, and then you have your own air conditioner in this area. And again, because I know you're going to ask, look at that. Amazing. Do you mind clicking on? Okay, I guess all the lights are on. So here's our head. This is more of a silver, more masculine theme in here. And brushed stainless steel, silver brushed, and this is like Formica. But once you're in here, it's all very clean. And as you can see, you have this tub. And that's a pretty darn big bathtub. I mean, it's a shower and a bathtub. So again, period correct, very cool. Here's that storage Danny was talking about just here. And this is a very nice room in midship, right where it really helps to be if you are susceptible to seasickness. So, Danny, anything else you'd like to tell us about this boat before we sign off?
Well, if I told you how much investment went into this boat, you wouldn't believe me.
But we can try.
Yeah, I mean, just the original owner loved it. We used it all the time. and money was not an object. So we really took care of it over the time.
Very cool. Amazing boat. I hope that some of you get a chance to see it in person. If you're interested in purchasing this boat, you can give me a call at the number you see here, or you can hit me up at this email here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you out there on the water.